tough to grasp until you've been through it. But growing pains are a lot worse sometimes than slow pains. Right? So as you're growing this, man, because I was into REO, got into REO, and a lot of that was thanks to you. My best year in REO was like 463 transactions, and I was fucking going out of my mind, bro. So talk about some of those growing pains. I mean, how do you transition into that? What did your staff look like? What did your team structure look like?
Well, a couple of things. We really we were fortunate through attrition. We never hired. It was tough. We tried not to hire before we needed it. We hired it when we absolutely had to. Margins were thin, right? I mean, we're talking about a $100,000 home that there's a 2% listing on, and we've got to split that 5 ways, and we got to cover overhead. So, the only thing I ever promised anybody that worked for me is that we would have you would have a job, you would have employment with consistent income as long as we had the business. And I really stressed with the staff, we were taking people's houses, and there's no two ways about that. At the end of the day, we were foreclosing on people. So nobody in the office was allowed to have a new car. You could have whatever you wanted at home, but you could not drive a new car to the office because I didn't think it was responsible. We did 1,700 cash for keys, and we had no incidents. We had no violence. We had never had to call the police. I had one guy get a little cross with me, and I just kept talking to him. And, we were early, so it was before you wanted your neighbors to know that you had a foreclosure. So it was a very tough thing for a lot of people and a lot of counseling. So when we were hiring and the growing pains that we had to go through, it was about who we were bringing into the office. And I was very fortunate. Some KW people spent a lot of time sharing some insights with us and at RE/MAX, and personality profiling, not just on who we hired, but who we're talking to. And when we were hiring agents and bringing them in, we looked at that, right? Because there's a lot of great real estate agents in town. There's some phenomenal people here, but not everybody was skilled at talking to people. Right. And they could sell, they could price, they could do everything that they wanted to do, but it's a different atmosphere. More importantly, on the listing side, you had to have a little bit of humility, because every phone call entitled the real estate agent on the buy side telling us how many deals they've done, how long they've been in business, and they're already annoyed because we have so many listings and they don't have any. But you've got to bend over backwards for this client. And we're here to sell homes. We're not here to win an argument on the phone. We're not here to be smarter or better than anybody. We're here to help people find a home at the best price possible with responsible financing. So that was the mantra in the house. In the office, and then there was just no arguments, right? But at the end of the day, we're there to accommodate.